You wake at 3:17 in the morning, the room is quiet, your body feels tired, but your mind is wide awake. More than half of adults over 65 report insomnia or other sleep difficulties, and many are told that is just aging. But that answer is only half true. After 60, sleep really does change. You often get less deep sleep. Your internal clock may shift earlier. You may wake more often during the night. Your body may produce less melatonin than it used to. But poor sleep is not something you have to simply accept. And here is the important part. Older adults still generally need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So if you are only getting 5 broken hours, then dragging yourself through the day on coffee and willpower, your body is not failing you. It is asking for a different sleep strategy. The cost shows up in small ways at first. You cancel the morning walk because you feel unsteady. You skip lunch with a friend because you are too tired to drive. You snap at your spouse over something small, then feel guilty afterward. You walk into the kitchen and forget why you came in. You sit with the grandchildren, but instead of being present, you are just trying not to doze off. Broken sleep can affect attention, memory, mood, and daytime function. It can also raise the risk of nighttime falls, especially if you are getting up to use the bathroom. And nocturia is common after 65. About 50% of adults older than 65 get up at least once a night to urinate, and about 24% get up 2 or more times. But not every sleep problem after 60 is normal aging. Loud snoring, gasping, choking, pauses in breathing, morning headaches, dry mouth, and heavy daytime sleepiness can point to sleep apnea. That matters because obstructive sleep apnea is often missed, and sleep experts estimate that roughly 80 to 90% of adults with it remain undiagnosed. Restless legs, chronic pain, reflux, depression, anxiety, and medication side effects can also wreck sleep. If insomnia is new, worsening, lasts 3 months or more, or comes with breathing trouble, chest symptoms, confusion, or major mood changes, it is worth getting checked. Still, there are changes you can start at home, not with a cabinet full of pills, with light, food, temperature, movement, and sleep position. The goal is not perfect sleep. The goal is to get your nights working for your age, not against it. The first change is your clock. Many people over 60 start feeling sleepy at 7:30 or 8 at night, then wake at 4 in the morning and cannot get back to sleep. That is often an earlier internal clock. If you want to shift later, timing matters. Bright light too early in the morning can lock in that early wake-up. More light in the early evening may help nudge the clock later. A simple version is this. If you are waking too early, avoid flooding your eyes with bright light the moment you wake. Keep the morning dim for a little while. Then, in the late afternoon or early evening, get stronger light. Sit near a bright window. Take a gentle walk before dinner if it is safe. Turn on room lights instead of sitting in a dark house at 6 p.m. Light is one of the main signals your brain uses to decide when night begins. The second change is lighter sleep. With age, the brain tends to spend less time in deep slow-wave sleep and more time in lighter sleep. That means a noise, a warm room, reflux, pain, or a full bladder can wake you more easily than it did at 40. This is where food-first habits help, but they need to be realistic. Tart cherry juice has some of the better food-based sleep research in older adults. In studies, adults used 8 ounces in the morning and 8 ounces again 1 to 2 hours before bed. Tart cherries contain melatonin and may support tryptophan availability, both tied to sleep signaling. The benefit is usually modest, not magical, and juice adds sugar, so if you have diabetes or blood sugar concerns, be cautious. Kiwi fruit is another option. Some adult studies have used 2 kiwi fruit about 1 hour before bed. The evidence is not specific enough to say it is proven for seniors, but it is a simple fruit experiment for many people. Kiwi fruit may help because of compounds related to serotonin, antioxidants, and folate. If it bothers your stomach or raises your blood sugar, it is not the right choice for you. A light evening snack can also help some people, especially if they wake hungry at 2 or 3 a.m. Think plain Greek yogurt, warm milk, a small portion of turkey, or pumpkin seeds. These foods provide tryptophan-related building blocks and may help keep the night steadier. Keep it light. A heavy, greasy, or spicy late dinner can worsen reflux and wake you up. Magnesium is often talked about for deeper sleep, but this is the one to keep in perspective. Small studies, including in older adults, suggest it may help some people, but reviews still call the evidence limited or mixed. So treat magnesium as support, not a cure. Start with a steady, minimally processed eating pattern that includes foods like leafy greens, beans, lentils, walnuts, oats, yogurt, vegetables, and fish. For those who struggle to get enough magnesium from food, there is a supplement I trust. Link in the description below. It is a practical tool, not a replacement for the food-first routine. The bigger pattern matters too. Reviews suggest that people who follow a Mediterranean-style pattern often report better sleep features and fewer sleep complaints, although much of that evidence is observational. Build meals around extra virgin olive oil, leafy greens, beans, lentils, walnuts, oats, high-fiber vegetables, yogurt, and salmon or sardines. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or trout 2 times per week is a reasonable, healthy aging habit and may support sleep through nutrients like vitamin D and omega-3 fats. Now remove the common sleep thieves. Alcohol may make you drowsy at first, but it can reduce deeper sleep and trigger middle-of-the-night waking. If you fall asleep after wine and wake at 2:30, alcohol may be part of the reason. Caffeine later in the day can delay sleep and interfere with sleep quality. So many older adults do better stopping by noon or early afternoon. Salty evening foods like chips, takeout, deli meats, and canned soups can increase thirst and may worsen nighttime urination in susceptible people. Large fluid loads between dinner and bed can do the same. The third change is breathing and position. If your spouse says you snore loudly, gasp, or stop breathing, do not treat that as a funny habit. Back sleeping can worsen obstructive sleep apnea, especially in people whose apnea is positional. A simple home test is to notice whether snoring or gasping is worse on your back. If so, try side sleeping. Use a firm pillow behind your back, a body pillow in front, or a pillow between the knees to make side sleeping more comfortable. This does not replace evaluation if symptoms are strong, but it may reduce the airway collapse that happens when the tongue and soft tissues fall backward. The fourth change is temperature. If you fall asleep fine but wake at 2 or 3 a.m., your bedroom may be too warm. Recent older adult data found best sleep efficiency around 68 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Sleep efficiency dropped about 5 to 10% when nighttime temperature rose about 5 degrees Celsius above that range. So make the bedroom cooler before you blame your brain. Use lighter bedding. Wear breathable sleep clothes. If your feet get cold, try socks instead of heating the whole room. A cooler room with warm feet is often more comfortable than a hot room under heavy blankets. Finally, anchor the day. Keep a consistent wake time. Move during daylight, even 10 to 20 minutes of walking most days if your body allows it. Limit long or late naps because they can steal sleep pressure from the night. If you nap, keep it earlier and shorter. Better sleep after 60 is not about forcing your body to act 35 again. It is about working with the body you have now. Earlier clock, lighter sleep, more awakenings, lower sleep signals, warmer rooms, back sleeping, late caffeine, alcohol, salt, and fluids. These are levers you can adjust. This week, choose just 2 changes. Get evening light if you wake too early. Cool the bedroom. Stop caffeine after lunch. Try side sleeping if snoring is worse on your back. Add 1 sleep-supportive food like tart cherry juice, kiwi yogurt, or a Mediterranean-style dinner. Small changes, repeated for 7 nights, can tell you more than another month of guessing.